So I'm not really sure why, but somehow Jim Boylen is still the coach of the Chicago Bulls, even though he hasn't has done no good for them, and he's only hurt them. Now there's threats of losing some of their better players, like Markkanen, that came out a couple months ago, but now Zach LaVine a couple weeks ago. And things just don't look good in Chicago, and it's like, why? I don't get why Bulls management is doing that. Unfortunately, I'm not Bulls management, so I can't just fire Jim Boylen for them. But in 2K, I can do that. So we're going to rebuild the Chicago Bulls. We're going to fire Jim Boylen, and we're going to bring them to a championship. It's not like the Bulls are in that bad a spot either. You got LaVine, Lauri Markkanen, Chris Dunn, Kobe White, who else? Wendell Carter Jr., Daniel Gafford's a nice young player. Like, they have players. They just got to put everything together. So that's what I'm going to be doing with them in 2K. But if you guys are new and you have not subscribed already, please make sure to subscribe to the channel, turn on the post notifications, and like today's video. If there's any other video ideas you want me to do, put them in the comments section below, and also check out some of my recent videos because they are all bangers. Now let's get into it. Start today still broken. So we just simulated the whole last season. We're going to go to the draft lottery. We had like 30 wins or something like that. So we end up with the 9th pick in the draft, so that's not terrible. Definitely can get a solid player there. First thing we're going to do is fire Jim Boylen. And let's see. What kind of coach would fit the best? I mean, Michael Stauffer would be great. So we're just going to go with Stauffer. They're not really a grit and grind team, so I'm not going to bring in Underwood. We also need to bring in an assistant GM, so Michael Williams would be great. And we got them, and we need to bring in a trainer as well. So let's throw Sean Lee a contract, and hopefully he comes in. Beautiful. The staff looks great. Let's go to the draft, and let's see who we can take at 9. So we're here at pick number 9, and we have a few options. Devin Vassell makes the most sense to me. You know, we could run him at like the small forward, so I think that's the player we're going to get. Is there anybody else at like 38 here that we could take? They don't really need another backup big man. Khalil Whitney might be a decent player, so we'll draft him. And let's see how we did. So Vassell is a 76, so that's good. And then Whitney was a 70. So we'll take Whitney for now. Oh, wow. I screwed something up. I guess we're not getting Whitney, but Otto Porter accepts his player option, so we have to trade him away because that's just a lot of money. But we're going to extend qualifying offers to all 4 of them, I guess. And in free agency now, we're not going to have enough money for like Anthony Davis by any means, but we could bring, who could we bring in? Not a lot of people. Let's go look at who we should trade right here. So I want to see who makes too much money besides Porter. Thaddeus Young. Okay, so let's trade away Otto Porter, but let's try and find a star. If we can find a star in a team that is, you know, rebuilding or selling, that'd be good. Obviously, Ja Morant's untouchable. Who else has a rebuilding team? The Hornets are selling. I don't really want anybody in the Hornets. The Knicks are selling, but obviously, I don't know who we're going to try and get from the Knicks. Magic are selling. Yeah, I don't really see anybody out here. Yeah, okay, so let's just throw him in the trade finder then and see what we can get. But I will throw quite a bit with him. So if we take Otto Porter and we throw in 2 firsts, can we get something decent for him, or are we going to be stuck with pretty bad things? I mean, this stuff isn't terrible, but none of it's really that good. So, let me go see if there's somebody I want to try and bring in here. I mean, I just don't really think we're going to get a star for him, so let's just trade him and like some seconds, I guess, because we're not going to get a star, so we might as well just not waste our picks and just get a young player or something. Duncan Robinson would be cool. Anybody else? I'd like to get a rotation type player, but I don't want to get big money. So like Duncan Robinson would be cool. We can run him at small forward, and now we should have enough money for like somebody a little bit better, like Gallinari. I want to bring in, oh, we had to trade Thad Young too, so let's trade Thaddeus Young quick. And let's see what we can get for Thaddeus Young. Bruno Fernando, don't really need another big man. Couple firsts from the Pistons. The Suns first, we're going to do that. So, I was thinking about it. Anthony Davis is actually from Chicago. They have a new front office in real life. If we got Jim Boylen out the door, we could maybe bring in Anthony Davis. So let's try it. Player option, no trade clause. We will offer him that. Otherwise, now we're going to try and bring in DeMar DeRozan to use as a trade piece. And also, we'll bring in Whiteside this time to use as a trade piece. And we got DeMar. It looks like Anthony Davis did not want to sign with us. So we're going to bring in DeMar DeRozan. We're going to have to renounce the rights on Chris Dunn. Kind of unfortunate, but it is what it is. So DeMar's come to the team. Let's also try and bring back Denzel Valentine. And Bismack Biyombo would be a cool player to have. Alright, I think that's good. So let's go to player progression. Let's see how everybody's doing. This first season is not going to be about trying to win. It's going to be more about player development. So this is what the squad looks like. I mean, we have our top positions are all filled. So I'm cool with that. I'm going to send some people to training camps. I'll give some untapped potentials to a couple of our players. And then we will get into season number 1. So we have too many players. So Max Struss and Makoka are going to get cut. I don't really want to try and trade them away or anything. So we're just going to cut them and let's get into the season now. Let's see what the team looks like. I'm going to send Kobe White and one other player to the G League. I don't know who that second player is going to be. Probably Vassell. So let's go do that quick. Let's send Kobe and Devin Vassell. And, okay, what's the team look like now? Satoransky is our starting point guard. That's not bad. We're going to try and trade DeMar DeRozan for a stud, though. So let's go again to Team Intel and see who's rebuilding. Nobody on the Cavs I would want. Don't really want anybody on this team other than the people that are obviously untouchable. Nobody on that team. They have Gallinari. He wouldn't be a bad small forward, but I definitely can find somebody a little bit better. Jonathan Isaac. I haven't got Jonathan Isaac in a long time, but he doesn't play well in 2K, and I don't really want to have to deal with that. TJ Warren's been an absolute bucket in the bubble. Maybe we go get TJ Warren from the Pacers. Should we try and bring in TJ Warren? Trying to think if that'd be a good idea or not. Timberwolves, they have Culver. Nobody I'd really want there. The Wizards, Troy Brown Jr. I'm looking for a small forward if you can't tell. So let's go ahead with the Pacers and try and bring in TJ Warren. So first, let's just trade finder TJ Warren, see what they would want for him. They'd want a first and Felicio. Oh, wow. That's all it's going to take? I mean, I don't need this first, and you don't need this first. I will give you, like, this first instead. Okay, I will also give you, like, a 2025 first. Wow, okay, they really don't want to do that. Second? Okay, so they want to do this trade. I don't really want to give up Phoenix's first round pick, to be honest. But you know what, let's do it. And we still have DeMar DeRozan to trade for another good player. And we brought in a 2020 first round pick, I believe, so it's not the end of the world. So TJ Warren can start at small forward once we trade away DeMar DeRozan. So let's get DeRozan out of here. DeRozan, and I will give up this pick we just brought in, and then also this pick, and see what we can get. Tobias Harris, Thibault, Middleton. Whoever I trade for, I want to make sure they're not on an expiring deal, unless it's like De'Aaron Fox and I try and re-sign him, I guess. That wouldn't be bad. We'd also bring in Buddy Hield to have some bench depth. Otherwise, Jamal Murray is locked up, and then Michael Porter Jr. wouldn't be bad to come off the bench for us. Huh. We're going to go with Jamal Murray. It's not going to be good defensively, and that's kind of why I want De'Aaron Fox and Buddy Hield. But Jamal Murray is already locked up, so we're going to do this. We're getting rid of Bismack. That's fine. We got that done. Let's look at the team. Now, part of me wants to send Michael Porter Jr. down to the G League instead of Devin Vassell. Which I'm considering doing. What's Kobe White will still have a year left in his contract. Let's call him up and let's send Kevin Porter Jr. Or no, Michael Porter Jr., excuse me. Let's send him down to Windy City. And, okay. Off the bench then, we could use a power forward. So let's trade Chandler Hutchinson for a power forward. We'll trade this 2025 first round pick too. Oh, Rashawn Holmes would be a cool backup center. And then we could change positions on our backup center currently. So that's what we're going to do here. And let's go to the front office. Let's change Daniel Gafford to a backup power forward. And now this is what the team looks like. Starting lineup is really solid, and then the bench is solid as well. We got to get Vassell in the rotation, though. So we'll put him over Denzel Valentine. Let's go to a... Hold on. Got to go down to a 10-man rotation. I forget that Michael Stauffer loves his 11-man rotation. So then we're going to bring Vassell in for Denzel Valentine, and then we're going to make him a small forward. So he should go up a little bit as a small forward as well. So he goes to a 77. So that's cool. Yeah, perfect lineup for me this season. Let's go ahead and look at the system. Pace and space is 3 stars. And that is the best. So let's simulate season number 1, the 2021 season. Or 2020-2021 season. Hopefully we can do some damage, but we have some people in the G League that'll be here next year. But I'll see you guys at the end of the season. Okay, so this team really wasn't very good, which is kind of surprising to me, but we ended up 38 and 44, as you guys can see. Here are the awards. I doubt we see any Bulls on any of these teams. Maybe on an All-NBA team somewhere, but I doubt it. We do not. Okay, and defensively, no. And then rookie teams. I don't know if we had any rookies that were playing. Oh, yeah, Vassell was playing. But we did not make the playoffs, so let's go check out the stats quick. Levine with 21, Murray with 18. I was trying to keep like everybody together, but if I have to trade away like Lauri Markkanen or, you know, Wendell Carter or something, I will do it because, you know, sometimes things have to change to win a championship, as much as it sucks. But let's simulate the playoffs and let's see who wins the championship before we make any moves this offseason. We've got to make sure we bring everybody back. I think Markkanen might be a free agent. But Gordon Hayward wins Finals MVP. What? Like, what? Gordon, 18, 5, and what? I don't know how everybody else played, but those don't look like Finals MVP numbers to me. But since we didn't make the playoffs, we have a lottery pick. 14, so we must have just missed the playoffs, but where's that fall? Stays at 14. Do we have any other picks? I thought we had one more, but it's possible we trade. Oh, it was the Phoenix picks, but it was the Pacers pick, but we traded to Phoenix for Richaun Holmes, right? No, we traded it to, I don't remember. Something happened there, but staff signing. I think we're good. We could hire an assistant coach, I guess. Let's bring in Falk. I've never hired this Falk guy before, but we got him in here. Let's go see who we can take at 14. We're gonna go with, I don't know how to say it. I'm gonna say Cease Musa Saise, something like that. Unfortunately, I don't know how to say it, but we're going to take him. Hopefully, he was the best player available there. And let's check it out. So we had 14. He was a 75. And then there was a 76 with Greg Brown. Jalen Suggs was there as well. Shout out Jalen Suggs. But, okay, so we got that done. Team player options. We're going to accept team options on Porter Jr., Carter Jr., White, Gafford. We're going to decline the team option on Satoransky. And we'll accept it on Justin James as well. And then qualifying offers we're going to extend to both of these players. We'll see what happens there. Not enough money to sign like Giannis or anything. So let's just try and bring Duncan. Oh, he doesn't want to sign with us. Okay. So let's just go ahead and see. Lauri Markkanen, we're not going to renounce the rights on you. Or Duncan Robinson. Or Richaun Holmes. We're just going to keep the rights on all of those players. So we're not renouncing. We're not renouncing. Okay. Tomas Satoransky, like I said, we're going to renounce his rights. Markkanen's prepared to accept an offer. We are going to match that. And then Duncan and Richaun Holmes. Just going to have the cap holds on them. So we're going to match, renounce rights on Satoransky. And we'll see what happens to Duncan Robinson and Richaun Holmes. I believe Duncan Robinson is a restricted free agent. So we should be good. Let's just see what happens here at the end of free agency. Hopefully we're good. I don't think we have to bring anybody else in. So Duncan Robinson does accept his qualifying offer. And did we lose? We must have lost Richaun Holmes. Either way, not the end of the world by any means. But Michael Porter Jr. is now our best player. And then Kobe White is tied with Zach LaVine, Jamal Murray, and Lauri Markkanen for our second best player. So let's go to training camp. I will send some people there. You guys won't see that, but I will send some people to Untapped Potential. Then we will get Then we'll get into season number 2. Alright, so we're here at the beginning of season number 2. This is what the team looks like. Starting lineup is really nice, but I want to try and trade like Lauri Markkanen. And then off the bench, we actually look really solid as well, but we need a backup center. And we need a backup power forward if we get rid of Gafford. So I'm probably going to look to trade TJ Warren here or Devin Vassell. I'm not really sure who would have more trade value, but I want to trade Markkanen. So let's trade Markkanen and 2 firsts and see if we can bring in somebody even better to play power forward for us. Jaren Jackson Jr. See, he'd be on the last year of his deal, so if we didn't win the championship, we would have to come back next year and try and re-sign him. John Collins would be nice. Don't really know if we need to, but like, you know, Marvin Bagley would be a good person to bring in, but he would also have to be re-signed. Mo Bamba would have to be re-signed. Jarrett Allen we could have around. I don't think he's really an upgrade for us. Rudy Gobert would be an upgrade. Pascal Siakam would be nice. I think we're going to do the Pascal Siakam trade as long as he's still under contract, and he is. So let's do this trade. We'll get that done. He will be our power forward. He adds a little bit more defense than Markkanen does. And now off the bench, what did I say? We need a backup center. So let's try and trade Vassell for it. So Devin Vassell, can I throw a little bit of money like Valentine and then... Okay. So a backup center, Mitchell Robinson would be cool. We'd have to re-sign him if we didn't make it, but you know, bringing him in raises our chances of making the playoffs and winning a championship. So we're going to bring him in. And then he might actually... Oh, he's not going to start for us, which is fine. Totally fine by me. So then off the bench, we do need a shooting guard. So let's try and trade away Derrick Jones Jr. and Duncan Robinson and try and bring in a shooting guard. So we got Derrick Jones, Duncan Robinson, this 2026 first. And Norman Powell would be a good shooting guard to bring in. Is there anybody else? I think Norman Powell would be cool, and I don't really bring him in very often. So if he can play shooting guard for us, I am more than down for that. So we got Kobe, Zach, Michael Porter Jr., and then Pascal, Wendell Carter. And then off the bench, we got Murray, Robinson, Warren, Powell, and Gafford. All right, I think this team is ready to rock and roll. Yeah, we're going to simulate season number 2. Hopefully, we do win the championship. If not, we'll be back next year, but I will see you guys at the end of this season. All right, so our second season was a lot better than last year. We ended up with 61 wins, so definitely probably a 1 seed in the Eastern Conference, unless like the Bucks somehow are better than us. But Luka won MVP. Here are the rest of the awards. We do not... Michael Stafford does win Coach of the Year. Other than that, we don't have any Bulls. All NBA teams, no. What about defensively? Okay, we don't have anybody on defensive teams. Rookie teams, also no. I don't know if we really had any rookies that were playing. But we are the 1 seed over here in the East. You guys can't see that, so let me go down here. And now you should be able to see that perfectly fine. But let's go check out the stats, actually. So I got to put myself back up here. And Zach LaVine and Michael Porter Jr. both played really well this season. Pascal played well. Jamal Murray, TJ Warren came off the bench and played well. Kobe White. Yeah, this team was good. Our centers both held it down in the rebounding category. Mitchell Robinson defensively was good. All right, so we are the 1 seed. Let me go back down here now. And let's see if we can beat the Knicks. And I don't know why the Knicks are in the... Cade Cunningham, Devin Vassell, Victor Oladipo. Wow, they got a lot better. Clint Capella, Markelle Fultz. That's a scary good team to face in the first round, actually. But we go up. Yep, we beat them 4-1. Okay, I was a little slow to get that out. But so we're now up against Boston. Kemba, Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, Robert Williams. Same team, basically. Let's try and beat them as well. Tied 2-2. Let's simulate with Simcast. If I got to jump in, I will. But I swear, if I have to jump in when we're down by 15, I'm not even going to try. I'm not even going to try a comeback because apparently I'm not good enough. But let's simulate the game. Hopefully we can win. This is just Game 5, but Game 5 is a pretty crucial one. But I'm not going to jump into this. We lose by 4. Maybe I should have jumped into that. But let's simulate to the next game then. See if we can steal Game 6. But like I said, I'll jump in if I have to. But it looks like we should be able to run away with this one, and we do. So now we're going on to Game 7, and let's simulate this one with Simcast as well. They're running away with it. Can we catch up even a little bit? No. I'm not jumping into this game. This is... Yeah, I'm not jumping into this game. Okay, we lose. We're going to have to come back next year. Let's see who wins the championship this season. Now I got to re-sign some players, and that's the tough part. Giannis and the Spurs win the championship. So, draft lottery. Do we have any picks at all? We don't have any picks, so that's fine. Let's go down to rookie signing, then make sure we didn't have like a second round pick or something. We don't. So, team player options. We got to accept some team options on Kobe White and Daniel Gafford. And qualifying offers, so Justin James, Landry Shamet, Wendell Carter, Michael Porter. We got to get all those. Okay, so this is going to be rough. Let's make sure we get everybody back. Also, like, Norman Powell's out here too. We don't have him back. TJ Warren. Wow, we got to re-sign a lot of people. So TJ Warren, we're going to re-sign him to that. That's a big contract, but we got to do it. Norman Powell, we're going to re-sign him to that. Who else did we have to re-sign? We had to re-sign... Mitchell Robinson was another player we got to re-sign. So let's go find Mitchell Robinson here. And hopefully we can re-sign him to a big contract. So we got Warren, Powell, and Robinson. That's good. Oh, we got to re-sign Zach LaVine too. Oh my God. This is going to be so rough. Let me go find Zach. Oh no, Zach LaVine was right there. We got to re-sign Zach. Wow. This could be really bad if we didn't get them. Michael Porter Jr. is prepared to accept an offer. We're going to match and agree to all of these contracts. Who else? Brandon Knight. Sorry, we're announcing the rights on Brandon Knight. I'm not worried about that. That was so stressful. We almost lost so many of our good players, but it looks like we got most, if not all of them back. We still got to get like Wendell Carter back, but that should be able to happen hopefully on a what do you call it? Hopefully should be able to bring him back on his qualifying offer, but we'll bring in Chris Dunn here. And anybody else we can bring into, we'll just throw him this contract. Oh, we don't have enough money. Okay. So we'll just have to get him back on. Did he come back or no? He did not. We didn't have enough money for him. Unfortunate, but like literally look at our salary cap table. We are $94 million in the hole. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 players that make over $20 million. What can you do? Player progression, let's see how everybody looks. We're looking good. We have a lot of almost 90s. But I'll go to training camps. I'll send some people to Untapped Potential, and I'll catch you guys at the beginning of season number 3. So now here's our rotation, which actually sorts out to be really nice. Yeah, I mean, I don't have any problems with this rotation. I think they're good enough to win us a championship. So I'm not going to mess with it at all. We're just going to set the system. 7 seconds is 4 stars. So we're going to roll with that. I will simulate to the end of the 2022-2023 season. Hopefully we are going to win the championship this season. So I will catch you guys at the end of the season. So we ended up being a little bit worse than last season. We went 57-25, but should still be good enough to win us a championship. Here are the awards. Michael Stauffer wins Coach of the Year for the 2nd year in a row. Any Bulls? I really highly doubt it. We do not. So we are again the 1 seed. So let's check out the stats. And then I will put myself in the left corner. Also, sorry, I forgot to move myself in the left corner through free agency and everything last season. My apologies. I'm not paying attention the greatest sometimes, and things happen, and I'm sorry, I apologize. Let's try to get better at that. But here are the stats if you guys do care about those at all. Yeah, I think this team should be good. One thing I want to do is just make sure that our rotation is set the best. We're going to play our starters a little bit more. And I think we're going to be good. Yep. All right, so let's go ahead. I will put myself down here, and let's simulate this season against the Cavs. So simulate the first round. Can we get out of here? We clean sweep them. But now we go to go up against Kyrie and KD. Not really who I wanted to face here, but we're up 3-0. Up 3-1, and we win 4-1. Okay, So let's see. We got Orlando, who is the 7th seed. This team is actually really good for a 7th seed. Hopefully we can beat them. We're up 3-1, and we win 4-1. And now we got Ja Morant and a decent Memphis Grizzlies team. They got some good bench pieces as well. They are the 1 seed, so that's interesting. We will go simulate game by game. See if we can take game 1. We do. Can we take game 2? We do. Can we take game 3 then? And we do. So let's simulate with Simcast, and let's see us win this championship. Not going to hop in if I don't have to, but I want to win this game. I don't want to have to play another game. So if I got to hop in here at the end, try and win the game, I'll do that. We're down by 9. I will see you guys in there. All right, so we don't even have the ball right now. We're down by 9. Again, this isn't that big a deal if I don't win, but I would love to win this game. But Ja's probably going to do some bad things to me. All right, we're down by 11. 3 minutes left. Can I mount a comeback? This one's not as important as the other ones, but it still would be nice to, win a game where we are down. Oh, and Pascal Siakam with a nice bucket, so that's a good start for us. We got to play defense, though, because we don't have a ton of time. Ja Morant. Oh, James Wiseman's wide open. It's going to be rough. If I keep giving up buckets like that, we're definitely not going to get this done. Michael Porter Jr. at the pull-up in transition. Let's go. He drains that, and we are up. Or we're only down by 9 now. Was that not a 3? That must have only been a 2. Weird. Okay, Mitchell Robinson on James Wiseman. Get that rebound. Push the ball. And this is going to be a bucket for Pascal. Michael Porter. Oh, come on. We can't finish around the bucket at all. Jamal Murray, can you play defense? Nice block, Pascal. Let's go. Kobe White in the corner. Oh, that was a bad shot. Oh, we made it anyways, but that was not the type of shot I was looking for. We're down by 7. Can we mount this comeback? 1:48 left. Let's go. What do you got for me, Ja? What do you got for me? Get clamped. Get clamped. Pascal Siakam with the 3. Nope. And Kobe White. I'm wasting way too much time, and I lose the ball. Wow. That was not good. Really not good. Oh, Jamal Murray almost got another steal. And that's how it goes. So we're down by 9. We're just going to start chucking up some threes. Hand in the face. Yeah, not going to happen. All right, let's go to the next game because we are not going to be winning this one. So, yeah, let's just go to the next one. I don't want to waste my time. And we lose by 9. So, let's go to game. It would be game 6. Right? Yeah, game 6. No, game 5. So, let's see if we can win game 5. And we pull away early, but they are catching back up here towards the end of the game. But we end up winning. And we are the champions 4-1 against the Memphis Grizzlies. Jamal Murray actually wins Finals MVP. Again, these really aren't Finals MVP numbers. 15.5 points, 8.5 assists, 3 rebounds. Not really what I'm looking for out of a Finals MVP, but it is what it is. This stacked Bulls team won a championship. We said goodbye to Jim Boylen, and look what happened. So Bulls, front office, whoever makes all these decisions, fire Jim Boylen. Get somebody that knows what they're doing. You guys have a decent core. You should be able to win a championship sometime if you get the right pieces around them. That's my word of advice. But thank you guys so much for watching. If you have any other ideas, put them in the comment section below. I'd be happy to do those. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I had a ton of fun with this one, and I hope you guys enjoyed. Other than that, it's been TKE. It's been real. Peace out.